Hello, my name is Rick. Welcome to my channel. In today's guitar lesson, I'm going to show you this group of 5 concept within a pentatonic scale. So let me just play it first so you can kind of hear it, and then we'll let it rip. So the idea is, instead of just doing like 4-note groupings, you're going to do groups of 5 like this. So you're going to go, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get this interesting thing happening because it's going to displace the notes kind of. I'll talk about that afterwards. Let me just show it to you first. But I think you might already get the idea, because if you're doing, let's say, quarter notes to a measure or eighth notes, you can be thinking of 4 notes per measure, 8 notes per measure. It's going to be all nice and squeaky clean and even. But if you have 5 notes, it's going to throw things off, and I'll explain that in a minute. And it's also, even if you don't know how that works or you don't want to worry about it, I think it's kind of a cool way to practice your pentatonic scales. I can show you can play it for all the 5 traditional patterns. So we'll just get right to it. So I'm in the key of A. Sorry, I'm playing my guitar today that has 1 dot. But I'm going to try to center it around that 1 dot. 7th fret is the dot. So 5th fret on the low E. So you're going to start out really normal. When I said that, you're going to start out really normal at first. You could think of it as nice and simple at first. You're going to be playing 5, 8 on the low E, 5, 7 on the A string. So that's pretty straightforward, right? So just a 4-note going up the scale. But then you're going to turn back around and you're going to hit the 2nd note of what you just did. That's kind of a cool way to think of it in the pattern way of thinking. So you're going to go 5, 8, 5, 7, back to 8 on the 6th string. And I'm going to pause in between each lick right now, and then later on we'll put it all together how it, where I won't pause like I did in the first part to, I think, make it sound cooler. So yeah, you get the 5, 8, 5, 7, 8. Now just kind of recreate that idea. 5 to 7 on the A string, 5, 7 on the D, but then come back to the 2nd note of what you just did, which is 7 on the A string. So, and then you do it one more time, 5, 7 on the D, to 5, 7 on the G, and again, come back to the 2nd note of what you did, which is 7 on the D. So I like to cross over and use my 2nd finger, I think, usually on most of these. Maybe not that one. So there's different ways you could do it, of course, but I like that way. Then you go to the G string, 5, 7, B string, 5, 8. You're just staying in the A minor pentatonic scale. And then here, 3rd finger, because that's convenient there, because you just played this note with your little finger. And then on the last group of notes, 5, 8 on the B, 5, 8 on the high E, and then come back to the 2nd note of what you did, which is the 8 on the B string. So I'll play that whole thing kind of slow. This time I will play it and without pausing. I'll just do all in a row. So. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's see. I'm going to show you. Well, yeah, let me explain about the note displacement first, and then if you want to stick around, I'll just show you that you could play it in other patterns too. It's a good exercise to go through all 5 traditional pentatonic patterns instead of just doing that. I'm usually not one for exercises like those kind of things, but I think if you can use it, if it's like that little phrase, which later on you can use it in cool ways, then I'm all for that. But so let's see here. Let's think in quarter notes. If you were to do 1 note per beat, and you did the first 4 notes of an A minor pentatonic scale, that would be it, right? So one note per beat. One. So I'll set it beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's measure 1. Now for measure 2, same thing. You're going to have 4 notes, 4 beats, but our pattern is going to be starting on, we still get the same 5-note pattern, right? We're not going to change anything with that at all. But if you were to play this pattern in a row without stopping, and you were thinking about the 4 notes per beat, 4 notes per measure, this 5th note of the pattern actually becomes beat 1 of your 2nd measure. So it'd be going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Even though it's the 5th note of the pattern, it's actually the 1st note of the 2nd measure. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, maybe rewind this a couple times, and it depends what your background in that is, if it makes sense or not. But so here's what happens. Pattern, we'll call it pattern. Let's call it lick 2. So when you go like this, when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's lick 1. Here's lick 2. So as I was saying, the 5th note of lick 1 is beat 1 of the 2nd measure. But now when you go to start your lick 2, right, like that one, the 1st note of that is actually the 2nd note, beat 2 of the 2nd measure, because you just did this one. The 5th note of pattern 1 was your 1st note of measure 2. I can see how this could be confusing. So you just gotta really kind of think through it, just logically. It's like if you were to write down a piece of paper, the whole lick in a row, if I call this entire thing, as one long, melody, let's call it. And then you subdivide it into 4 notes, you would see what would actually happen here, because the first 4 of the 5 notes is measure 1. So here's what happens. I'll just kind of go through it now. The 5th note of lick 1 is beat 1 of measure 2. So what's going to happen is then these notes, the first 3 notes of the 2nd lick complete measure 2. So yeah, it's you just gotta kind of do the math to kind of figure this out. But what's really cool is that maybe I'll try to say it. I'll do this really slow, and I'll say it 1, 2, 3, 4, even though I'm playing in groups of 5, because it's gonna keep getting displaced each time you go. It's gonna get shifted a little bit. I'll try to do it really slow here. So I wish I could. Yeah, there's a couple of ways I think of this, but I'm envisioning color-coded lights popping out of my guitar. I guess that's not going to happen right now. So again, I'm just saying that the quarter notes per measure would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you want to add that, it'd be 1 again. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And even if you don't know how that works, or at least let's say right now, if it's not making 100% sense, don't worry about it. I think just still learn the lick. It's a cool lick to learn, cool concept, cool pattern. So here's what you could do if you wanted to just do a kind of comprehensive thing. I hate to use the word exercise, but of all the patterns. So let's say you go up to the next pattern. I'll just play kind of medium speed the rest of them here if you want to just kind of check it out. So it'd be. Sorry, mine wasn't very clean there. Maybe a little slower on this next one. That'd be pattern 3 of the pentatonic shapes. Then you can go up here, pattern 4. I have a weird modulation on my guitar, by the way, if you haven't heard. I thought it'd be fun. And then you could go pattern 5 way up here, I suppose. Sorry. I was gonna do it down here. Maybe I'll do it down here too. So pattern 5, once you go all the way up, you would just come back around again. So pattern 5 would be, you know, to this side of pattern 1. I'm sure you probably know that if you've done these before. If you don't know how that works, I'd probably just start simpler and just find like a chart of just all 5 pentatonic shapes. But the one down here, yeah, so kind of interesting, I think. I think it might be one of those things that can help break you out of the pentatonics if you're just, again, I had one video on this, but if, you know, with what was it, the lick, that kind of thing. Just these licks that are like kind of breaking you out of blues, which is awesome. But it gives you some new ideas. By the way, picking wise, what am I doing here? Just alternate picking, you know. I might do a little bit of sweep in there once in a while, like economy picking. Let me think here. Yeah, I do that once in a while, so we'll call that optional. So yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. So and you can of course do it backwards too, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this is probably plenty for now. So hope you enjoy it, and talk to you soon. Thanks.